Yes, people, big up. We are back with a post-match show, and as you can see, I'm joined by two of my favorite Tottenham Hotspur folks in the community. How are you doing, Kate and Jim? But first off, let me pose this to you, Kate, before you reply. This kamikaze defense yet again, clean sheet. I mean, I don't know how many narratives we got to keep disproven, but Ange's mighty Tottenham Hotspur keep on moving, and you know, whatever it takes, we're gonna keep on doing that. But Kay, how are you doing? How are you feeling? We talked a little bit before the show. You were a little bored during the match, you said.
I was a little bit bored in the first half, particularly. I'm doing good though. Thanks for asking, Jacob. Good to be here. I was a little bit, but then the second half, Mikey Moore suddenly turned into Neymar, and the world was a far better place for it. And the kamikaze defense that's so useless, and the manager that's so clueless and naive has made it 7-8. So what can we say?
You know, I heard that we lose all the time, but like you just said, 7 wins in the last 8 matches through all competitions, and how sweet it is. And Jimbo, with his super chat before we even kicked off, said, "Lucky old Spurs, we win again." And you know what? Something about a win just feels real nice heading into the weekend. But how are you doing, Jim, first off? And how did the game find you at the full time?
Well, I'm getting used to the wins now. I'm quite enjoying it. Good fun, keep winning.
Well, Jim, you stay winning in life, so I know you're used to the dubs.
I enjoyed it. The first half was a little bit not fantastic, but we had a bit of an onslaught on them. But the second half livened up, and Johnson come on. I think he made a big difference as well. And Mikey Moore just, I don't know what cup of tea he had at half time, but whatever it was, I want one.
It was Yorkshire.
I think it was just when he moved to that left-hand side, it was like give him the ball and just watch him work.
Yeah.
I mean, we can start there because honestly, there was a quote that came out right as full-time was whistling. You know, Fabrizio Romano was going to get that paycheck done, whether it's transfer window or not. And he said, James Madison tells TNT Sports from minute 45 to 65, I thought we had Neymar on the left wing. 17-year-old talent, Mikey Moore, excellent again. And it's unfortunate. He should have scored that goal from Timo Werner's cross. I thought Timo Werner admittedly had a horrible first half, but the first 10 or 15 minutes, he was really trying. And he was very unlucky. If that had been, you know, anybody else with just a little bit more experience and a heading ability, I think he would have had an assist in the first 10 minutes, but it's neither here nor there. Mikey Moore, for me, I thought was absolutely outstanding. Even when he was on his non-preferred side, the right, he was absolutely cooking. But Kate, talk to me. You know, for the first half, second half, what did you see from Mikey Moore? What excited you, if anything at all?
I just think this kid is just... We did the pre-match pump-up, and we was getting criticised by people in the chat for bigging Mikey Moore up too much, because we basically said that he's probably the most exciting prospect that we've got. But in the second half, it was like he'd had his Weetabix at half-time, and he'd come out like a man possessed. He was
like his what?
His Weetabix.
His Weetabix? What is a Weetabix? What? She said, like, I was like, is she speaking English? Is that Spanish?
They're oaty biscuits like that you pour milk on and sugar and have them for breakfast.
Well, that sounds kind of nice.
You've never had Weetabix before?
No, I think actually, like the name, now that you say Weetabix, I think I've heard it on a commercial when I watch streams from a VPN, you know, and it's like, get your Weetabix. But I guess I didn't connect the dots. Now it makes sense. It's green, right? It's green with a little, like a leafy logo, or
it's yellow.
But there's is there green on it?
Yeah, there's a little green leafy thing because it's
okay. Yeah, so I feel like I've seen it. But anyway, sorry. Yeah. Continue your point. My bad.
It's because I don't say my T's and I was common and went Weetabix. So yeah, we come out like a man possessed, and he literally looked like the winger that we've been crying out for since as far back as I can remember, actually, at the moment in time. He just looks like he should be starting every single game. He was brilliant, creative, just constantly trying to win the ball, put the ball into some amazing positions. Like you say, was unlucky in the first half. That cross from Werner was magnificent, but
it was a peach.
It was. But this kid is 17 and he's only going to get better, and that should spark fear into every other team, because this guy is going to be an absolute baller, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's, you know, very, very exciting. You know, there was multiple times I saw 1-2 different defenders pressuring him, and he's just, oh, there he goes. And the camera's so far away, it's like, I don't know until I see the replay exactly how he shimmied through these guys, but you just see him gliding and sliding through grown men like he's supposed to be there, and he has been there. But Jim, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on Mikey Moore? First half, second half? What do you think? Okay, yeah, I feel like I have seen that branding. I've definitely seen that branding.
The first half, he gave the ball away a few times, missed that header, and I was a little bit maybe he's a bit under, hasn't got his confidence. But the second half, I don't know what happened. He just come out and was just absolutely fantastic, and that's what we want to see from him. You know, he's getting a bit of a reputation with the fans. A lot of fans like him. You can see in the chat a lot of people writing a lot of good stuff about him. So it's nice to see it. You know, he needs to get some more time on the pitch, Jacob, you know, and get his confidence up fully. And I think maybe he come out with a different mentality to the second half.
It almost just looked like, I kind of agree, because in the first half, I was actually like, oh man, come on, Mike. Oh, that was all right. But then it was like, at the end. So it's kind of, I was getting this like nice flash in the pan feel in the first half, where I was like, there seems to be something there. And he's just kind of bucking at the heels, so to speak, pulling at the reins. And, you know, when you moved him over to that left-hand side, it was just like, watch him run. And honestly, I don't know. Like, I can't remember the last time I've been like, look at that winger just gliding through 3-4 players and then lays a peach to Brennan Johnson, who got unlucky to, you know, I guess the pass kind of slowed down before it got there. But Mikey Moore, Eminem, whatever you want to call him, oh my goodness. I thought just, what am I watching right now? Because again, every time I watch him, I feel like he shows me more and more that impress me. And you know, I hype him up a little bit, and people always say, "Oh, let's not hype up the kids. Let's not." It don't look like a kid out there playing to me, but you know, hey, it's neither here nor there.
It almost felt like at halftime, Ange said to him, "Look, you play your way, do it your way, get, you know," because he looked like it felt like he was holding back in the first half. Might have been a bit of nerves, I don't know. But the second half, it's like the reins were taken off him, and he came out and just played, you know, with no fear. And that's when we see the best of Mikey Moore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more to say about the guy than just, I wish he would have gotten one of those GA, because then we really have something to hang our heads on. But it's really unfortunate I can't show you some of this game footage I'm looking at, because I mean, if you just like for a second look, like go to Twitter and type Mikey Moore, there's a bunch of video compilations of him sitting grown men on the floor, turning this one around, beating that one, getting fouled. I mean, he looks like a very frustrating player to play against. But again, that pass to Brennan Johnson was absolutely sublime. It just seems like it seems like he could do what he wants. I don't know. It's just so impressive. It's like, again, just so impressive. But real quick, before we keep going, I was almost very rude and didn't even say hello to the chat or anything. So let's pull back a little bit. I just needed to get that off my chest, because God damn, Mikey Moore, what a gentleman. And to hear that he's one of our own Chants, you know, feels absolutely fantastic. And while I'm on the subject of Chants, I do have in my notes, as you know, if I don't do a watch along, I like to keep notes. It helps me remember shit. And I remember typing at one moment, all the fans were singing Ange Postecoglou's name with vigor, grace, and admiration. And you know what? They can hold that. You fucking losers. Wah. Oh, Ange is naive. He kamikaze. Loser. But we won today. So you can't say, you know, actually you can. I did put a poll in the fucking chat. And you know what it says? It says thoughts on the match versus, you know, the fucking match. And 69% says glory, Tottenham undefeated 3 times in Europe. Come on now. Talk to me very nicely. 15% says 3 Europa wins. Let's fucking go. And Eminem is him. MM is him. That's what I did. I put him in there twice. Okay. So nice you had to say it twice, just like M and M. And 12% says woeful, should have won by more. Wah. And another 4% says Spurs got lucky, weak performance, wham wham. Not enough characters to put the wham wham in there, but I put the wham wham in there for you. And while we're on the subject of wham wham, someone on Twitter sent me this, and I just want to play a real quick snippet of it for those of you who voted for the latter two options. This is what you sound like to me.
Longest for the longest time.
Wham. But anyway, we move. We're not here to talk about the wham. We're here to talk about the yeah, baby. But let's say hello to the chat before I keep talking my shit. Big up Fifth Elemental. I don't know why the brand like changed its look all of a sudden because the StreamYard did some weird thing. I don't like the. I don't see what colors are these. I don't want these. What is this? No, there we go. Oh, there we go. I think that's right. No, was it classic? No, bubble. Yes, there we go. That looks normal. Okay, here we go. Big up Fifth Elemento, like number 1. Appreciate that. Destiny 5. I told you Jacob Sarr would be benched and Madison would stand up. Come on, you Spurs. Hey, talk to me nicely. Mikey Moore, absolute baller. Twinkle Toes, I'm going to start calling him. Mikey Moore is officially the new Phil Foden, but better. Well, he's got to win a few things before we start throwing him around with Foden personally, but I like the gusto. And fuck it. Be shameless. We got 24 hours to say whatever the fuck we want, personally. 24 to 48 hours. It's a nice little window. For you to say things like, fuck Phil Foden, Mikey Moore's clear. I've never seen Buhu Saka dribble through 4 men like that, but hey, I guess he hasn't played in Europa enough. I don't know. Mikey on his main left side is just him. Big up for that. Eugene's here. Big up, everyone. Was happy with the win. In a minute, I realized AZ isn't in the top 10. Oh, yeah. See, you were happy with the win, but then you really thought about it longer, and you remembered they're not top 10 in the Premier League. Therefore, how can we enjoy the win? How can we enjoy the win if they're not a top 10 in the Premier League? Because how dare you smile, Eugene? Don't you fucking be happy. Big up, Jacob. Sometimes you have to win ugly, so I'm happy with the 3 points. Carl Simpson, big up to you. I don't even think it was an ugly win. I think it was just, you know what? They can hold that. They weren't good. We weren't great, but we were good enough. And Mikey Moore is absolutely fantastic. So a lot of good things.
They look like Arsenal in the first half, just sticking everyone behind the ball.
Oh, playing like cowards, you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know, we're supposed to be like Arsenal because they're scary, they're scintillating, they're this and they're that, and we are nothing. We are minuscule gnats in the air surrounding the pile of shit that is Arsenal. Did you know that, Jim? We're not allowed to have any sort of, gusto about it. Actually, this is what they want me to be doing today.
I'm just a fucking kid, and I got a big ass head. I'm always crying, I'm Caillou. I cry every fucking day when I don't get my way. Would you like to play? Cause I'm Caillou. I don't give a fuck about what you say. So mommy.
There we go. I could have let it keep going, but yeah, we'll just stop it there. I think you get the message. But one thing I will not do is not enjoy a win. Big up Chang. Hope everyone's having a splendid week so far, looking to the end of the week in style. Big up to you, Chang. Always hope you're blessed. Elvis G's evening, Jacob. Elvis G is here. Says, evening, Jacob. Hello, Elvis G. Our B team did really well. All this rotation will pay dividends at the end, the business end of the season. Yeah, we didn't need Sun today. We didn't need a lot of big guns. Kulusevski didn't have to play too much. Sarr didn't have to play too much. Basuma didn't see the pitch. I like to, Odo Barrett got a little sprinkle of some game time because that's good. Help him come back. Ange can move. Oh, yeah, you already know he's got them moves. Big up Cam Shanks. Big up Jacob. Come on, you Spurs. No way the best couple on YouTube. Yes way. We locked them down. They said... They were trying to escape, but like a butterfly in the net of a beekeeper. I caught them and I wrangled them and I brought them here. Big up Benito Sotelo. Big up our defense. It's reckless and it's kamikaze. It's naive. It's stupid. It's fucking wah, Benito. So don't big up our defense anytime we get a clean sheet. The perfect match. They are the perfect match. And we had the perfect match. 1-0. We won. Clean sheet. Talk to me nicely. These are guys in a competition we didn't play in last year. These are guys that I think they got to the quarterfinals. I heard the guy say, the announcer said AZ Alkmaar made it to the quarterfinals last year in Europe. So, hey, talk to me nicely. Big up Jordan. Great guess. Spurs will win the Europa League. Talk to me nicely. You can't blame Davies and Dragusin for being rusty. They never play. Well, they kept a clean sheet. That's what I can blame them for. Those losers. How dare they? Zapur, hello to you. You're already with the man of the match and the beat. Just
Premature.
okay. Wham, sham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right. We should have 8 wins in a row. Well,
Yes.
you know, wham is what I would say to 8 wins in a row. We should have, yeah, for sure. But hindsight is wham. Radu isn't good on the ball. Will cost us against better teams. Well, hey, Eugene, don't forget they were saying, Romero, he should be benched for Dragusin. Dragusin deserves a start. I heard them all. Oh, if Ainge only had balls, he would put Dragusin over Romero. Romero's been shit. And Dragusin in 2 starts that I've seen in Europe, what does it look like? He got sent off in the first half of one, and in the second half, he was like, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. And he had a couple defensive stops, but overall, I didn't think it was a good game from him. He wasn't awful. Again, he kept a clean sheet, but Fraser Forster was saving their ass back there a little bit, I think. So big up to the tree. We all give him shit. He is a big oak tree, but God damn it, that tree blocked some shit today, and he kept us well in the match. So he deserves a little bit of props for that. But he does remind me of myself a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I watch him, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of just. I'd look a little bit worse, but that's right around what at my best would look like. When he kicked it, it looked like he didn't know where he was trying to kick it, and it got to Destiny at one point. It looked like he was trying to kick it long, and it looked like he sliced it, and it rolled right to Destiny. I was like, yeah, I've done that, where you meant to kick it somewhere else, and it hits the different teammate. You're like, I meant that. I don't know. Don't look at me. I meant to pass it there. So big up Fraser, man. Big up Fraser. I've definitely been in that situation though. You play it off like that was for sure where I was trying to pass that ball. Big up Big B Wolf. Good to see you in the house. Arson Lubin. Hey, we Lubin up tonight. Says we didn't win with a lot of goals, but comfortable overall. Hey, again, if the object is to eat the pizza, if the object is to cut the pizza, eat the pizza, and fulfill your stomach, it's what we did. It may not have been the orthodox way of cutting the pizza, but fuck it, bro. I'm eating pizza tonight. Actually, I'm not. My wife said she's going to make cauliflower. Jordan says, from my perspective, we are third favorites for the title behind Liverpool, Man City. Big up, Jordan. You're allowed your perspective, my friend. Cup of ambition. Cup of tutelage, I might add. Matters agreed with Kate. I don't know about what. So proud for Madison reading the room and letting Richie take that pin. That's an interesting point. Let me pause here, Jim. We got the pin. Madison won it. Well, it was kind of Madison and Bergvall both got clattered into in the box, and I think the ref was like, I don't know which one of you got fouled, but somebody fouled somebody there. And we got the penalty. Richarlison was holding onto that ball like a baby with his toy, and Madison was coming up and was like, no, give me the ball. I'm the captain. And I had thought that Madison was going to take the pin before I actually saw Richarlison place the ball in the spot. But I think we narrowly avoided an embarrassing Chelsea moment like they had last year.
No,
like, no, gimme. What did you make of the situation?
No. I saw the interview after, and Madison said that he was going to take the penalty, and then he thought about it, and he thought about when he was injured and he come back from his injury that it took him a good few games to get a goal. And he said, once I got a goal, my confidence got really high. He said, so Richie's been off for a while, so I thought I'd let him take it, let him get the goal, and it might give him a bit of confidence. That's what he said.
He almost scored again like 4 minutes later. So he's almost right with that point. I like that you said, because I didn't see that quote, and that actually makes me feel a lot better in my position towards James Madison, because I was a little salty at him for acting like a little brat on the sideline last week when we were winning. It's like, bro, we're winning. Maybe you could just not look like you're upset, like you're enjoying the fact your team's winning. But I thought he came out and he was playing with a lot of purpose today. A lot of great turns with the ball. He was, again, like Mikey Moore was in that second half, just slithering through people with the ball in a manner in which I don't know you should be able to do that. But he did it, and he looked good. I think a little unfortunate to not get GA as well, kind of like Mikey Moore. But I was I liked the work that he did. I I find it interesting though. I still didn't see him tracking back defensively and mopping up like what I think Ainge is asking the dual 10s to do, which is not really a 10. It's more of like a 6-8 10. It's this hybrid position, the same thing that Kulusevski runs, and he does it very well because he runs so much. But Kate, what about you? What did you make of the Madison situation, and what did you make of just that whole? It was almost awkward from my position here on the TV. I'm just like, just somebody take it and be okay with the other guy taking it, you know. I did, because I made fun of Chelsea for that. It was something I used to beat them over the head with. Like, look, they have no leadership because they can't figure out. But it was an example of a leader taking a moment, and I'm glad that Jim provided that context because that's very nice of Madison, very considerate.
Yeah,
something a leader would do.
We watched the interview at the end, and he said he was going to take it, but he said something come into my mind about when I came back from injury, and he said I just thought it'd do him good, and he'd let him take it, which is exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what you want to see from a captain. He said I'd like to think that even if I wasn't wearing the captain's armband, I would always choose to do what's right for the team and not for myself, which is nice. I'm one of Madison's biggest critics. I've given him a lot of stick this past week, particularly because he's not been living up to expectations. But I thought he had a good game tonight. I thought he really tried hard. And to be perfectly honest, Jacob, I think that little spell on the bench has done him the world of good to know that he isn't guaranteed to play, that he's got to work hard. There's real competition in that midfield now. We've got some fantastic midfielders. And I think it's done him good because he really was trying. And like you say, he was unlucky to not score or at least get an assist tonight. Some of the moves he was doing, I thought he was dancing at one point. He was pirouetting all over the place, literally running circles around people. So I was very impressed.
Yeah, you say that, and that was a thought that I had as well. I was like, this is kind of what he was showing us in the Premier League at the start of last year, which was that just, it was just like he was playing with confidence. He knew what he wanted to do. And I'm a little curious, but I hope it's not the case. Could it just be that it's these Netherlands guys and everyone was dancing through them? Like, I'm gonna try and play devil's advocate here a little bit. And I'm trying to imagine what the Wans are going to say. They're going to be like, it was AZ ALKMAAR, or excuse me, the people in the UK say AZ ALKMAAR. And Netherlands, they're not. Well, they're top 10 in the Netherlands. I think top 6 if I looked yesterday.
They are, yeah.
So they're top in there. They're in there. Jim, what do you think? Is it just a shit opponent so that's easy for them to dance around, or are they growing confidence and do they have the skill? Like, I don't know.
But it just seems every team we beat, there's people out there saying that we just beat shit teams. You know, you can only beat who's in front of you, Jacob. And
you said what? Hang on, because you said we can only beat shit teams.
No, we can only beat.
But I mean, I just look at this. This looks all right. There's one blemish there, which was just a fart in the set. It was just a shit 45 minutes, really. But other than that, this just looks naive to me, Jim. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah,
too many wins, bro.
Look,
but we should have won by more. That's what it is. I'm sorry. We only won 1-0.
We're on a good roll. We're playing well. I think, Jacob, I've said it 1,000 times this season, right? I think we've played well all season apart from 2 blips, the Coventry game. But I think that was always going to be hard with the team that was out there, right? Because Coventry were always going to give us a good game no matter what team we put out, you know, because it's them against a Premiership team. And the second half of the Brighton game, I don't think we've had a really bad game apart from that. You know, I think every game we've played some good football.
Look, Coventry, I thought was pretty fucking terrible, but that was a whole rotated team. So
yeah,
from the first team's perspective, I haven't really seen a bad performance. We just lost a couple.
No, I think we've done well this season, and you can see. Look, if you look at us, right, and you look at Man United, you can see what we're trying to do, but I haven't got a clue what United are trying to do. You know, but you can see with us what we're trying to do, and I agree with the way Ange does it. I don't like him closing up shop. I like to go. Let's go and get another goal and get another goal and get another goal. You know, I like to be entertained, and that's what Tottenham do. You can never say you watch a Tottenham football match under Ange and say it's boring. It's very rarely boring.
The thing is, the narrative is West Ham
I didn't
won
think
the
it
transfer window, yet when we play them, it's because they're shit. And Man United are doing really good things, and they've changed the board, and they've bought some brilliant players. But when we play them and beat them, they're shit. So you can't win.
Well, it's the same
really.
thing last year. Kate, if you remember, it's the same thing last year. Aston Villa won the transfer window. Aston Villa, they're so great, scintillating, scary, sexual, sensual, and lubricated. Whatever fucking word they could come up with to glaze anyone but the team that they support. They say, oh, they did this. And then we beat their ass 4-0. And then every stat they want to use excludes that fucking game in the second half of the season. It's funny to me. But I'm not here to talk about last year's glazing. We could talk about this year's glazing because, again, Arsenal are scary, scintillating, and don't you ever forget it. And yes, when Arsenal comes over, never, I'm not going to say it. You know, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Big up Katie Kim. I almost went too far. Katie Kim, big up Jacob and everyone. Happy with the win. Yes, very happy with the win. Indeed. I'm going to distract myself with some comments here. Ratty was rusty on the ball, bro. He's rusty and crusty looking, but the hair was nice. This is a trio I can get behind. How about that? Appreciate that. And no, I'm not going to play a clip. I'm going to keep on going. Where am I at? Oh, I already read that. I figured you'd just star my comment for the end. Zapur, I'm going to need you to submit that comment again. Fuck it. Because I didn't star it. It would be nice if fans could just get behind the team, eh? Zakalwe, big up, eh? Because I would agree with you. No Canadian, but eh? Because honestly, wham. We won, but we didn't win good enough. We won, but it wasn't a good enough opponent. We won, but it was the last time we won at Old Trafford before we stomped up United at Old Trafford, which I granted they are clumsy looking and fuckery looking, but Old Trafford specifically, we just don't historically win. Before Jose did it in lockdown, it was when I first jumped on board, and it was Clint Dempsey, Gareth Bale with a 2-1 win at Old Trafford. So, you know, shout out Deuce Nacogdoches, my G. But
you know what's coming next as well? Oh, we only won because we got a penalty. We couldn't even score from open play.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Well, you know, the thing is, Jacob, what you got to look at with United, right? You know this team can play football because they beat Liverpool in the semi-final and they beat City in the final, right, of the cup. So to go up there and beat them 3-0 convincingly like we did is no mean feat. It's like,
correct.
It's a good win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. And in regards to Radu Dragosin, Devo here says there's definitely a good player in Radu. He just needs a good run of games to get and stay match sharp. And while I relatively agree, he is getting that. And the only reason he didn't play all three Europa matches because he got fucking banned. So it's like, I agree, like a player, because I'm trying to think in the back of my head, what would a rival or a Wham Spurs fan say, or a beta cuck Spurs fan, you know, the one that's like, oh, they're so good and I'm so bad. Oh, we can never be them. But my standards are to do what they do. If we don't win a treble, Ainge is naive. Fans, like, it just drives me bonkers. I promise. Like, I literally listened to it and it used to piss me off, but now it's just like, you silly person. How silly, like, I'm not going to think Ainge knows what he's doing till he wins a trophy. So you're effectively saying you won't believe in Ainge till he does something that Jose couldn't do, Conte couldn't do, Pochettino couldn't do. There are all these managers that they'll glaze in a fucking heartbeat, but you want him to do that before you give him props. Okay. You know, at some point I just put my hands up. Okay. Because I agree. In order for Ainge and the players and anybody to shut up the haters, all we got to do is keep winning, whether it's 1-0, 3-0, 4-1. I don't give a fuck. Because either way, you're talking to me nicely. And again, in the Premier League, if you look at our form, oh, be more like Arsenal. Well, we scored more goals than them and conceded one more than them. So we're pretty damn close to, scintillating, scary Arsenal. Fuck them. They got a bozo manager. He's a fraud. He's plugging in fucking light bulbs in the locker room saying, be like this fucking extension cord, man. 3-pronged and fucking plug into the light bulb. The fuck is this? Ainge don't do no weird shit like that. Ainge goes and says, be a fucking man. Remember the Alamo, pussy. That's his halftime speech. And guess what? We come out in the second half, we start dunking on them like my name Hakeem Olajuwon, baby. Anyway. Talk to me fucking nicely today. At least for the next 48 hours, bitch. Is what I'm saying to any wham. We should have won by more. Yeah. Yeah,
His
we should
English
have.
accent is just the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Hey, be more like Arsenal. It's what I hear all the time. Just shut the fuck up. Like, when if Ainge acted more, they literally told me I want Sam Allardyce. I heard that this year, this season. They said, give me Sam Allardyce. He at least knows how to set up a team. How many European? You know what? Fuck it, bro. Sam Allardyce. Hope you're doing well in fucking Cancun or wherever you are.
Sam Allardyce.
They said Sam Allardyce. They said Steve Cooper. They said Graham Potter, which I don't even think Graham Potter has a job right now. But that's who they want. You know, you give a fucking mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk next. And then you give him a glass of milk, he's going to need to take a shit in your bathroom. That's the way it goes. The book says something like that. A team over should play next match. Fuck you, Ryan. Don't say that.
Oh my god. I can't breathe.
Chill, Jacob. Ainge still has a lot to learn. No, you don't. You got a lot to learn. How about that? Big up, Chris Peters, gifting 5 United Spurs of America memberships. Big up. Let's see who got those. If this Chris Peters, he gifted 5 and 1 went to himself. I like that because when I bring snacks to a party, I'm gonna eat them because like I wouldn't buy shit snacks and then not eat them. If I'm bringing cookies, I'm definitely gonna eat them too. So Chris Peters brought the cookies and is now eating the cookies. And as is Ram Talik, Joe, Stefan Blah, and James Bond. Very nice. Congratulations, all of you. And big up Chris Peters for grabbing a sponsorship on the channel tonight and, you know, pretty much every day that you're supporting and being a YouTube member, chatting and liking. I do appreciate that, and I'll be really honest. That should mean something to me.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Don't forget Glasner. Yep. How could we forget old Glassy? Which I don't want to talk too much shit about this fucker because we're going to Crystal Palace at the weekend. And, you know, the old nomenclature of like, oh, when a team is, I don't think they've won a single match. So it's, you know, it's adding up to look interesting. But by all intents and purposes, we should be able to take care of it. But I ain't worried about Crystal Palace today. So Glasner, he did win the Europa League with Frankfurt a couple years back before he took that job. So, you know, he is a good coach. I don't want to like shit on him too much because I've seen him manage a team to a trophy. But
yeah, but is he better than Ange?
I wouldn't think so. Not my opinion.
Right.
But fuck, do I know? What do I know, Jim? I'm just a dude. Also, they did say Sam Dyche. I did hear Sam Dyche, but no one said he's a god. And again, Destiny, this is the same thing that when I was in someone else's chat yesterday and I said something, they were like, "Oh, you would say that because you're so biased." And it's like, I mean, I am a fan of the fucking club we're discussing, so yeah, there's a little bias. But then secondly, they're like, "You worship Ainge." It's like, first of all, in religion, that's a sin to worship a deity that is not the Lord. So fuck you. And secondly, just because I'm propping my manager up and giving him credit when everyone tries to tear him down at every fucking turn doesn't mean I think he's a god. Doesn't mean I worship him. Doesn't mean he's impervious to fucking criticism. It means you're a pussy and you're hanging on to my every word like Ainge's every word in the fucking media. And you're like, oh, I can't wait to tear this apart. Shut up. Enjoy the win. Bunch of just like I can't wait. Ainge is gonna say something in this post match, and I'm gonna be like, "You hear that? He said the moon's made of cheese. That motherfucker. We know it's not." And it's like, all right, wah. But we move again. I'm just keeping this form up here for a minute. Oh, there's
Gromit that.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Don't tell Wallace and Gromit that.
He probably doesn't know Wallace and Gromit.
It sounds like a TV show.
Yeah, it is. And they think the moon's made of cheese.
No, in Wallace and Gromit, it is made of Wensleydale cheese.
Oh, I know this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they called it that in America. They probably called it Willie and Jim or some shit. It's like, what is a grommet? What is a I don't know why this looks like some YouTubers to me, you know. Goofy ass clay face looking motherfucker. Anyway, What was I even talking about? Were we talking about something specific? Oh yeah, this guy says disgraceful team selection. To be honest, fuck you. Because I started this on purpose, Kate, because I was enjoying y'all's y'all did the pre-match show, y'all held it down, the pre-match show on Weird Tottenham TV, and that chat was full of fucking wham. People saying Spurs fans' heads or something, like they're dumb in the head because they're excited to watch their team play. Wham. Oh, the lineup is so shitty. Oh, wham, Forrester's in there. Forrester, as far as I'm concerned, help us get that fucking win. So they're a wanker. And then, oh, how could he do this? How dare he? Ted Trunk is a YouTuber? Well, he's a fucking idiot. How about that? Yeah, how about I comment? How about we do this? How about I do this live on air? I'm gonna quote tweet this. This is a disgraceful tweet. Wait, is it still called tweets?
Yeah.
I think so.
This is a disgraceful take. How about that? Coys. Pussy. Oh no.
Is it me or is Madison's eyes look really scary in that picture? Is it me?
It looks like he's trying to squeeze a fart out without shitting himself.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
face
it
I
does.
get.
It does.
He's like, just let one out there. Yeah, well, there he goes. Chris Peters, he can hold that. All right. Fucking loser take. That's what I'm saying. Like, I actually haven't even been on Twitter enough to know like what everybody's saying, but I just find it interesting, and I who knows what they're going to say today, because every day it's some reason to not enjoy the win. And I'm sure, I'm naive to enjoy this. What is this?
And just said some quotes about Mikey Moore. He said that you can't deny how exciting he was. He said he's working hard every day and wants to develop. The thing that gives me the most confidence is how he is handling everything, but he has to work on his heading. That's what I mean. He's got a really mature outlook and doesn't let things phase him. He looks more comfortable out on the left, but still contributes when he plays on the right.
He's talking about Mikey Moore?
Yes.
Okay, because I found this. I was just doing a quick search to see, and I don't know what this is, but they talked to him.
Yeah.
But this is the quote that they used, that they selected. Because again, there's 2 minutes of fucking footage here. All right. And this aggregating account just takes a quote that, look, this might get people pissed off at Ainge. As long as they score, mate, I couldn't care less. Just like the subs are irrelevant. They take these quotes and they run with them. I bet this will be one of them. They'll be like, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He said it's only if they score, he doesn't care. And it's like, shut up.
He actually said, as long as they score from the penalty, I don't care. I thought Madison was outstanding tonight.
Well, there we go. There's a whole bunch left out.
Yeah, and he said, I think in the minute, Madison sensed that Richie had worked really hard and goals are important for strikers. So I thought it was a good decision from Madders to give Richie the responsibility, which is nice.
And it just proves the point that, they say, hey, he's such a bad manager. He's also a manager that's like, y'all fucking figure it out between y'all. It's not my job to delegate who's going to take this penalty. You fucking take it or you don't. You give it to the guy or you don't. Captain is the one who makes that decision, and James made the decision, and it turned out to be a really good one. Real quick, big up Chris Peters, dropping the link for the perfect match of the channel. It's the same channel that they've had. It's just slightly rebranded, so that way, it's not just a girl who loves Spurs, because you're always going to see Jim. And he's not a girl, but he does love Spurs. So make sure you subscribe. It's also in the description of this video. If you're watching live, you can just go to the description, and it's in the description. And go like and subscribe over there.
He is a girl at weekend. Oh, sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to say that.
Well, the big reveal. Spoiler alert. We're saving that for the end of the show, Kate.
Damn it.
Yeah. But I found the quote that you were talking about. Ainge Postecoglou on Mikey Moore's performance tonight. Says, quote, he was exciting. You can't deny it. I love the way I love the way Mikey is taking it all in his stride. He's working hard every day and wanted to develop. He's understanding this is a journey. So don't stop believing. Hooked onto this feeling. Yeah, because it is a journey, baby. It's exciting. He's developing really well. Ainge doesn't develop. Shut your ass up. He sounds like he's developing really well. I had no fear throwing him in. Ainge is so naive. He's scared to throw these kids. It's clear he doesn't trust the youth. Shut up. I see him every day, and he's a great young player. And honestly, there's just something so direct, something so intentional about the way he plays. Just like when it's one of those things I've been crying out for. And it's like, I finally got what I've been whang for. Again, you can whang all you want. I whang too. All right. You can whang in your big boy pants and then you get a glass of milk and it'll all be okay. But I whang because I always wanted a winger in this team that was like lethal with the ball, played with a purpose, fucking took a man 2, 3 or 4. Okay, Mikey, I only said 2 or 3. He said, fuck it, 3 or 4 every time. And it's just, you know, when I asketh and I receiveth, I'm not the mouse who gets a cookie. I don't say, wham, now where's my milk? I say, fuck yeah, let's keep cooking. And I like what I'm seeing. And I don't think it's time to be like, he has to start on the left in a Premier League match. Like, I think he could now has gained more trust with Ainge where he could probably see more than 10 minutes at the end of a match. And I'm excited about that because the further Timo Werner moves down in the list of wingers to come onto the pitch or to start, I think the better. Odegaard came on. He played very direct. He looked kind of nice too. Almost won us a penalty. And I'm glad he didn't get hurt. But I like the look. I like the chops of Wilson Odegaard. I know he was a second choice because we were trying to get Desiree Douy and we couldn't. He ended up going to PSG. And so then we went and we got Odegaard. Boom. Got it done real quick. And I like the way he plays, but I also like the way Moore plays. And I think we're starting to build a nice little problem where when you look at our first 11, you've got Son, you've got Dominic, and Brennan Johnson. And I don't think, as much as I love Mikey Moore, as much as I want to see more of him and Wilson, I just think right now that's our starting front three is Son, Dom, and Brennan Johnson. But it's a beautiful thing to have where at 45 minutes, 55, 60, whatever, you can bring on a guy like Mikey Moore or Wilson Odegaard and they actually play fucking direct and like with a purpose. And that's something I've asked for a long time. So I'm very excited. Go ahead, Jim.
The other thing is you look at the bench and you have more confidence.
Yeah.
That's a good looking bench. Brennan Johnson, Dominic Solanke, Kulu, Sarr, Odegaard, Sicario. I don't know what Brandon Austin was doing there. Just the participation trophy, I guess. I mean, that's a hell of a bench.
Yeah, I mean,
Will Lancashire was even out in there. That's nice.
Even if we had the first 11 out, well, if you look in the bench and you see Bergville, Moore, Gray, it gives you a bit more confidence that you know these young guys are going to come on and give you a decent performance.
Well, I do want to talk about Archie Gray a little bit too as well. Jordan, thank you so much for the super chat. Says start Moore on Sunday if Son isn't fit. What do y'all think? I agree. If Son's not ready to go, I don't want to see Timo Werner in that starting 11.
Well,
I think if Timo Werner can give you 10 to 15 minutes good like he did today, let's just let him be a super sub or maybe just a sub. We can just take the word super out of it. I don't know. But yeah, I told y'all before the show, I was like, I actually don't want to talk too much about Timo because it's kind of a drag. Because as much as he pisses me off and during the 90 minutes I don't have good things to say, it's like I feel bad for him as a human. Watching him, his demeanor, he looks fucking more sad than the sad Tottenham fans. And that's pretty fucking sad because they don't feel joy ever. So it's like if Timo's in that boat, I hope for him as a human, he sorts it out. But on the pitch, I'm starting Mikey Moore or even fucking Odegaard. But I think Mikey Moore has almost. What do y'all think? What's y'all's take on the front three? Well, and like if Son's out, if anything, like who's the next up? Is it Mikey? Is it Wilson? Is it going to be Timo? Like where do y'all think it is?
For me, it's Mikey Moore and Wilson. I mean, I feel a bit sorry for Timo, you know, and everyone's going to say he's on 165 grand, but he's a footballer and he's just not, he can't cut it in the Premier League anymore. It's just, we've seen that game after game. You know, he does do some good things, but he can't. He's got no confidence in front of goal. I mean, I was talking to my mate about it tonight when the game was on, and he said, Jim, I don't think it's a lack of confidence now. I just think it's a lack of ability that he's had his day. But I think what he needs to do, Jacob, he needs to go. He needs to leave Tottenham because he's never going to cut it here, and he needs to go to a team where it's more of his standard now.
Where do you think that is?
Well, it's abroad. Go to a league like AZ ALKMAAR. You know, like, you know, that's where he'll cut it. He's not Premiership material anymore.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because, you know, if we could just get a percentage of what he had in that, at least that first year with Chelsea, then it would be something. But a good point here brought up by Bell Blake says if Son ain't fit on Sunday, thinks Werner will still start, seeing as he only played 45 minutes. Mikey did play the whole 90. That's a good point to throw into there. Kate, what do you think? Back to the super chat. If Son's not fit, says start more, but that's good context. He did play a full 90. That's kind of crazy turnaround, but he is a fucking kid. So, like, I don't know. Who do you think starts if Son isn't fit?
I don't think Werner starts any Premier League game ever from here on in. This guy, I can't. I'm like you, Jacob. I found it painful to watch him. He's frustrating as a fan because he's just not clinical enough. But as a human, I feel pain for this guy. I just think it's cruel to even play him because he's out. He's out of his league now. He can't do it. You know, he can put in a cross, but in front of goal, he's just shot to pieces. So for me, I don't think he starts any Premier League game until he leaves our club. I don't think we'll ever see him start a league game. So, I mean, you could always put Richie if Son isn't fit. You could put Richie there.
Yeah, Richie, yeah.
I personally think Son will be fine for the weekend anyway. But I think Werner is now the last choice. I don't even think he can cut it in the European games. It's just sad to see, but it's not a recent thing. He was rubbish at the end of his time at Chelsea. He really was. And then he went away, and we was linked with him, and I thought it was a bit of a wind-up at first.
When you think about it, Kate, if Mikey Moore puts that header in, right, and he scores, and Werner scores that when he had the one-on-one with the keeper, he scores that goal. It's a different outlook on him.
Exactly, but that's the ifs, buts, and monkey nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Score. He couldn't score in a brothel. He couldn't hit a bloody cow's ass with a banjo.
It wasn't even a good shot, was it? It was just straight at the keeper.
Oh, it was.
Internet guys just put Richie's worse than Timo. No, definitely not. Richie knows where the back of the net is, and if nothing else, first of all, Richie plays with his heart on his sleeve and gives 1,000,000% every time he plays, and his shithousery in certain games is worth a goal, whereas Timo doesn't really bring anything anymore. And I think sometimes players are scared to pass it to Timo as well because he loses the ball so often. So I think it's like if you've got a poorly dog and you have to make that decision to have it put down, I think now's the time that we have to say Timo's poorly, he can't play anymore.
Well, they have told him that he can look for another club in January.
Yeah, it's sad, but everybody's career comes to an end at some point, and I'm afraid, certainly at this level, Timo's has come to an end. R.I.P. Timo Werner.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate. Now I was going back to my notes. So, like I said, I always keep notes on the games whenever I'm not doing a watch along, and I remember there being a few times I was like, you know, 5th minute, Werner, great cross to Mickey. They should have headed home. I guess that was it. No, 27th minute, Timo, horrible shot. What the fuck? Beautiful Trivella from Bergvall to create the chance. What the fuck? I can't do it with this dickhead.
And there was
and then in the 40. So it was just the one thing actually that I think I wrote nice about him was that he had a great cross and Moore should have finished it, but then everything else was just bad. Says Timo gives away pass, leads to a chance, saved by Forster in the 40th minute. He was a liability at a certain point. Like, there's one thing to be shit, but then to be a fucking liability, now you're putting everyone else, you're putting Ainge's fucking job on the line. I'm glad that he actually went and took him out. But there's also something, there's a tweet that just got, I don't know why I got an update for this, but it's something about Ainge Postecoglou on Timo Werner's struggles. He's definitely down in confidence. You can see that. It's a difficult thing to get out of sometimes. All we can do is support him and try to get him to a place where he feels more confident. He needs to find a way out of it. And ... I'm going to look for that quote, but apparently, he's like this fucking guy. I don't know. There it is. I found it.
As a manager, as a manager of the team, he's not going to keep throwing him in. He's going to get to a stage where he thinks like this guy's not going to cut the mustard here.
He can fucking get his job. Like during that Coventry game, and every time I see Timo Werner starting, I'm like, bro, Ainge, this is your fucking neck on the line, because everyone's looking at you like this is your fault. And I can't disagree, because he literally picked the team. And it's like, I understood why. He's trying to get a fucking tune out of this guy. And I think this last sentence is the part that really sticks at home for me. It says he needs to find a way out of it, because for us in those positions, we need players who make an impact. That's indicting, because he's basically saying you ain't fucking done it, which is true. And again, it's just another instance where it's like every time Ainge Postecoglou speaks, he fucking speaks to my soul. He validates the things that I feel, think, and see. And what a fucking guy. All right, and whoever doesn't like Ainge Postecoglou, I don't give a fuck, dog. All right. Sorry, Kate, rudely interrupted you there with a...
That's all right. I was going to say, Ange Postecoglou is obviously a good guy, because your little one literally wanted to cuddle him while he was on the touchline. So, what...
Hey, yeah, I did get a photo. Well, not of her doing the thing for Ainge, but look. So I pulled out my camera because I'll play the live. She was watching the game with me. She's waving at the TV. She was trying to get Ainge to pick her up. When Ainge came on the TV and she was like, I was like, up? You trying to get up with the... What?
I do that.
I want up first. Stand in line, girl. I'm first. But, you could get a hug too. A very great moment there. I did enjoy that. That's a good reminder. If she... Hey, there we go.
Hey, the voice of doom.
Terrible. 1-0. Not good enough. Lucky bastards. Wah. Big up, Paul. Richie was selfish today and cringed for taking the ball from the captain.
He never took it. If you watch the interview into that guy, he never took it.
Madison gave it to him.
Madison wanted him to take it so he could score.
Madison gave it to him. So what it looked like so internet guy, I was there for a minute where I was like, okay, this is looking weird, where he's like, no, give me the ball. And he's like, give me the fucking ball. And no, I take the ball. No, give me the fucking ball. Motherfucker, I'm the captain. And Bentancur came up and was like, hey, I'm not being racist right now. Just give him the ball. And he did. So shout out to Rodrigo for that. And then Madison said, here you go, Richie. You could take. It was a little bit of a power struggle, but all's well that ends well, I suppose. And I'm not gonna lie, the more they kept zooming in on his face, I was like, oh fuck, don't show me fucking. There was a moment where I was like, he looks like he's about to miss this, but then right before they cut to the shot, he had this look in his eyes, or is that he furrowed his brow, and he fucking looked like, yeah. So shout out Richie, man. He did what he was supposed to, fucking score that thing.
Why do we have to, as fans? Why can't we just say, Richie took the ball, whatever. Yes, he was a bit petulant, but the passion was he wanted to score the penalty, whatever. Let's just be happy we won. There's always something to niggle about, like Richie was cringe and petulant. Well, whatever. He scored the winning goal that got us through that game. And
Ainge is naive, reckless, and he's a kamikaze, and we've conceded one more goal than Arsenal. We gotta be more like Arsenal. Be more like Arsenal. Sam Allardyce would have set us up for glory. Fuck Sam Allardyce. Respectfully, I'm sure he's a great dude at the barbecue, and he'll fucking throw down some hamburgers, I'm sure. Glizzy Goblin. But I ain't, like... I wish I had a clip too that encapsulates fucking the feeling of winning when everyone's going wah. Oh, 1-0, a pen? You wah. Oh, we don't beat anyone good. Wah. It's just keep moving the goalpost, pussy. Eventually, you're out of the stadium. You can't move the goalpost anymore. So, just got to keep fucking winning, man. We got to keep winning, and it feels so good to win. What did Ronaldo say? I like it, and I think I deserve it. I think that's what Ronaldo said. Did he say
And
that
if
once? I'm
anyone
not sure.
deserves wins, it's Tottenham fans. Let's be fair. We deserve
We deserve a
success.
European fucking trophy. Oh, actually, I just got sent a clip from this is someone who's Ainge out. They saw that we won again. This team, when you that's y'all. When we won, when they're gonna be, and I love it because if you go to certain chats, you're gonna see fucking the most sad Canadian you've ever seen, and he goes by the name of Scott M, and he's gonna be Spurs fans. Wait, let me work on my Canadian accent. Spurs fans on about a fucking win. I'm telling you about we should have lost.
Is he Scottish?
Scottish.
I was going for Canadian. It didn't work out very well, did it? But you know, and then he'll probably be like, "Oh, you abused me." No, I'll fight you. How about that? We can meet up. We can square it up. I ain't abusing you. But someone go wham. You know, Spurs fans are such idiots because we won. Spurs fans are so stupid and delusional because we won. And it's like, and then you question him. I see people question him in the chat, and he goes, "Oh, you're upset at me because I spoke about facts over feelings." Well, facts are, for all you FOF fuckers, facts are 7 and 8, pussy. The facts are another clean sheet, pussy. Kamikaze, that's not a fact. That's a feeling. Ainge is naive. That's not a fact. That's a feeling and an opinion, sweetie. Oh, it's suicidal. Shut your ass up. Huh. Oh, 0 conceded. Talk to me. I just don't understand the notions and like the continual repetitiveness of it. And that's why, like, I personally, you know, lean so hard into it because it's just like all these narratives, all the wah. It's just changing. It's not gone away. It's just changed its form. It's like water. Pour it into a shit glass filled with poo-poo on the rim, and then they're all like, "Oh, they got my glass of water." And shut your ass up. Drink it. How about that? Drink that damn water. Because to me, to be a Spurs fan is to enjoy the wins, hate the losses, and pray for the improvements. And it's really that simple. Because I don't control shit. I just get up here and talk. I don't control nothing. We could talk about anything till we're blue in the face. It won't change nothing. Because look at all those people crying about Ainge doing this or that. He said fuck off, and he's doing it his way, and he's winning. And we've won in different ways as well. So it's just at every turn, I feel like just keep winning. Like Dory from was it Dory from Finding Nemo? Just keep swimming. We just keep winning, and then all the whams will slowly fucking be drowned like a fish out of water.
Well, the thing about sports, any sport, is when you support a team, you know, it's about when you win, you enjoy it. If you lose, you know, I don't get too depressed when we lose. I don't like it, but it's about enjoying the win. And if you lose, you know, you just have to accept it.
Well, Jim, let me ask you. We only got 3 points from this win. How naive is Ainge? That's a great question there, Ren.
Look, at the end of the day, if you get 3 points, it's 3 points. You know, I watched Arsenal the other day play absolutely diabolically bad, but they won. You know, they still took the 3 points. So what can you say? It's about taking the 3 points. And as you said, we've won 7 out of 8. So what is there not to like? What is there not to be happy about?
Because we only score tap-ins or penalties.
Oh, yeah.
Jimbo. We only play shit teams.
If I can reiterate what all that sounds like to me, Kate, it sounds like this.
One puppy, chia puppeta, why you feel this stoppy? Oh, I'll play it to the can't you pull down the use tonight? Need my take. Oh, I'll play it to the can't pull down the use tonight. Maybe my take. Maybe my day. Maybe my day.
Make me my day. Which, to be fair, it's a fucking banger song. So,
Yeah.
it wasn't the greatest rendition of it, but good attempt is what I would say to all the when. Nova puts it here right. Winning is old school, I guess. Losing is the new wave. Losing, but not just losing, Nova. You missed the wave. It's you must lose and then say, oh yeah, they're so good over there. If we were more like that, oh, we'd be cooking. And then whenever you do start to look something like that, then say, well, it's not good enough. That's what you do.
It used to be if you played bad and won, people used to say, "What a good team! They played bad but still won."
Yeah.
Well, oh, he's so attacking. Why do we only win 1-0? If he's so attacking, so fucking clueless he is because he's attacking and we only got 1 goal. And these Spurs fans are going to overrate. They're going to glaze it. Oh, it's just AZ ALKMAAR. Which I didn't know ALKMAAR was actually a city. I learned that yesterday.
I'd never heard of it.
Me either. It sounds like somewhere in Aladdin, but it's technically in the Netherlands.
I thought they were a pop group, but apparently that's ALKMAAR. There we go.
Alakazam is like what a magician would say, poof, bitch,
Like
we just won. Yeah. Oh, another thing I want to bring up about Ange's naivety, cluelessness, and just overall kamikaze kill yourself football style he has. He's stubborn and doesn't adapt. But again, at halftime, he made a change. And then we end up scoring goal and winning. So we looked a lot different as well in that second half, I thought, because move Mikey there, Brendan Johnson, the chances just started pouring out. And we looked completely different, much like we did when Ainge, the stubborn bastard, clueless, naive fucker he is, made changes against West Ham in the Premier League. And we ended up dominating just such a abysmal club that won a trophy more recently than us. Just such an abysmal team that won the transfer window. And oh my God, if we were West Ham, oh my God. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah. I agree. I've just taken a minute to ponder that information.
Well, yeah. I was gonna have something witty to tangent off of that, but we only win games when we score more goals than the opposition. Ainge out. It's a good point. I didn't think about that. So you're right. Ainge, you're a fool and a fraud. We won and we scored more than our opponent. And we kept a clean sheet, which Mickey's dad lives in ALKMAAR. I did see that in the press conference. I have pleasured many a lady on the dance floor to that song, whilst wham-whams were laughing at me. Oh, that's another thing. I'm sure the Spurs fans, if they enjoyed themselves post-match, they had a sad little shrivelly testicle saying, stop dancing. Stop enjoying yourself. Stop that. Look at them over there enjoying themselves. I'm miserable. How are they happy? So it's a good point, Hotspur Hippie, You're dancing, getting your booty on the floor tonight, and someone was inevitably like, how dare he enjoy the dance floor and the company of a lady? He's enjoying it? We're doing it again. He's enjoying himself with a lady again? Turn the music down. Bitch, it's 3 p.m. I ain't turning shit down, all right? The next 24 hours is spring break. This is a spring break town, all right? I'm going to celebrate and be shameless, and I'm going to enjoy it. But, some would say, no smiling. You're not allowed to enjoy this. You're getting ahead of yourself, Jacob, because you won a game. And I'm not sitting here saying we're going to win the Europa League, but you know what we ain't done in the Europa League? We ain't lost.
I think we'll win it. I'll say it.
I think we've got a massive chance. We're favourites.
I think I was going to say, I think I heard them say the bookies had us favourites or something like that.
Yeah, we are favourites. Staffy, I can see you. I see your comment, Staffy. I see you.
Oh, he says I was about to like, then I saw Kate. I think that means he loved it. So he liked it. He was going to like, then he saw you, and then he loved it.
First, and Sam come in saying I'm a big fan of Jacob and Jim. Sam always dissing me, and then we got Staffy coming in doing the same. They're just sexy.
You see, pigs. you know they're doing that just so they can get your attention, right? It should be a form of flattery for you. It's like when I go onto a show and there's a certain person, I think his name You know, I remember I went on Savage Channel once. There's a guy named Alex Scott Experience
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
talking so much shit. Him and Sam Smith now were like so upset that an American fan was disagreeing with their opinions, and they just start, you know, hurling shit to get my attention, and it works. So I think that's what Staffy and Sam are doing. They're just hurling bullshit to get your attention. Just like, you know, that's why Hassam, he came in here and he said zero European heritage, which is a lie, because we have two. And that's, again, something Arsenal have never done in their existence. So just say no. Just say no. You know, when people want to smile, just say no. Arabs are sexist, Kate. That's why. I didn't say it. That was a comment. I didn't say it. That was a comment, in case you're just listening. Look, I don't mean to get carried away here, but Jim, you said we're going to win Europa League. Who are the top 5 people you think that could like genuinely challenge us? Or, you know, since we're Spurs fans and we're the Cucks, who could we challenge? Because, you know, we're so naive to think that we could, you know, do something. Where's the takeover?
Roma, Lazio. They're two.
Well, Roma is 1-1-1, and they've scored 2 goals and conceded 2 goals. That sounds like, you know, the kind of football some people want.
Look, let's not completely put Man United down. On their day, they could do it. You know, we've seen that.
Galatasaray.
But they're very inconsistent.
Where are they? Oh, there they are in
United.
21st. Okay, I was like,
Oh my
where?
God.
They're in 21st. They
Yeah,
have
but
no
if they
wins. They just have
qualify-
3 draws. That's crazy.
You've got Porto.
He's
as
so
well.
naive. That's why Ten Hag. Ten Hag out. No, actually, Ten Hag in.
No, Ten Hag in. We want Ten Hag in. But actually, Ten Hag's won a Carabao and an FA Cup. So, I mean, I want both of those.
Yeah,
I'll take
I
both
do
of
too.
those. For me, I think from the bottom half, let's look. Is there any of these losers down here that I'm worried about? I heard Nice was supposed to be good, but I guess they're not. No, none of them. United, I guess you're right. I mean, you know, Ten Hag's won 2 trophies in 2 years. There's no reason to say completely like that they can't do something. Roma's I think Hoffenheim's a decent club too. Those are 2. Porto's a decent sized club. They have a guy, Meridian. He's scored like 4 goals in Europa already. So like Porto, yeah, you know. Athletic
got
Club,
to-
that'll be a big one. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They haven't lost either.
You've got to say Fenerbahce as well, because that's is that Jose Mourinho's team?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got to always.
Yeah,
give
he's
it
also a name that I would throw in there too, because it is Jose Mourinho, and the only place he hasn't won a trophy at is here. So you can't rule him
Yeah.
out either.
But when I look at that list that you're showing me there, is there anyone there that you think I'm scared of? No.
No, I'm looking at Ajax thinking, oh my God, let's please have a replay of the Champions League Ajax match. That would be pretty darn amazing. I'm not sure if my heart could take it again, though. But no, every team on there we can beat on our day without any shadow of a doubt.
Of course
So we
can.
should be favourites, in my opinion.
I think Galatasaray away will tell us a lot about what we look like away in Europe, especially because when we get to the knockouts, you know, that's going to be a huge factor. Are we home? Are we away? Where is it? I think Galatasaray away. I'm looking forward to it in a way. It's like a performance review. Like I don't want to get beat up, but like I want to go and see what I look. You know, it's like the same thing with Arsenal that I said when we played them. I didn't want them to have red cards and injuries, and then I think they had missed Declan Rice because I wanted to. Because again, all the Spurs fans want to fucking Arsenal, and I'm like, okay, so we're going to play them now. Let's see what all the hype is. And they fucking beat us off 1 goal, 1 set piece, once. And it reminded me of losing the City in the FA Cup. Just 1 set piece and we lost it. And it was just like, I don't know what all the noshing on Arsenal cock is for, because they don't look that fucking good to me. But still, here they are every day on YouTube. And, you know, whatever floats your boat, my friend. But what I would say is I don't really fear anybody at this moment. Like, even though we like City, we can always do something to City, or City can just always do something to us. And, you know, they're the best in the world or whatever. So who cares if we fucking lose to them? But like Arsenal barely beat us. I can't wait till we play Liverpool because I want to see what we look like. I don't think we're going to go in there and just fucking walk all over them. They've conceded 2 goals, I think, in the Premier League, which is insane. 2 or 3, some shit like that. So that's actually crazy. And I want to see what we look like. I don't know that we're going to go and fuck them up necessarily, but it's like we're getting to a stage where I'm like, bring on the best, because I want to see what we fucking look like. And apparently the one that they're all noshing off could barely beat us off a fucking 1 goal. We still lost. We'll hold that. But I just think, you know, I want to see it. I can't wait for it. I used to fear Galatasaray away. Now I'm excited to see what we can do and what we're going to look like, because I think this is a good test for the boys. And how better to know how much you've grown, how strong you've gotten if you don't fucking push yourself to the edge. And I really hope that this is that competition that we put the most eggs in that basket, because how fucking great it would be to win this, and then we could turn to all the Arsenal fans and all the Spurs fans that are Arsenal fans with their fucking little red panties on. Oh, look at my cannon, baby, and my fucking red panties. I can't wait to turn to all of them and say, we've done something your club haven't. And that's fucking, actually 3 times now, we've done something your club can't do. And it'll be great. And then maybe they'll fucking take those little red panties off, or at least unstick the wedgie that's so far up their ass they can't enjoy a fucking Tottenham win. But hey, what do I know? What do I know?
Oh my God.
Lazy 8, big up Nick. You've been having more and more of a potty mouth lately, Jacob. I guess that's what happens when you get told not to be happy. Yeah. Also, it just reminded me of, like, there was some dickless account in here being like, oh, don't stop cursing, my son's watching. I said, where the fuck did I say this was for kids? When the fuck did I say, let your kid watch this and I'm going to teach them something? No, don't let them watch this, because I'm going to say some wild shit. And technically, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And I think my potty mouth is coming out more because I'm giving less and less of a fuck. Like, my give a fuckometer is almost on E, and I don't want to fill the gas tank up. You know what I mean? I just want to, you know, fucking pedal to the metal. Fuck a gas station. You know what I mean? But maybe it is when I get told not to do something, you know, and they say, don't fucking be happy. Fuck you. Oh, don't celebrate a win. Fuck you. Oh, we won, but it's yada, yada. Fuck you. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. And you can unsubscribe if you don't like it. And people do. And it's fine. I'm not trying to be fucking Mr. Beast on YouTube with millions of subscribers. I do this because, you know what? I fucking enjoy it. We win and I talk my shit. And then people talk their shit. And then I go, suck it, bitch. Facts are, we won. Talk about facts. My feelings are, we won. Oh, wait, that's a fact.
You're the problem, Jacob. It's fans
Oh,
like
that's
you.
right. Oh, I love, yeah, that's another one.
You
I
get the
forgot
club
about
you
that.
deserve.
It's fans like you, Kate and Jim, fucking happy, going to games, you fox, you fucking guys, going down there, enjoying a little bit of footy, and then you fucking smile when we score. You're the problem. You get the club you deserve, you fuckers.
We're
Sorry.
going soon as well. We're going Ipswich.
You're making Levy happy, huh? You wanna feel the fucking stadium and enjoy the fucking wins?
And
You're
I'm
the
gonna
problem.
Eat in there. I'm going to eat in
Oh,
there
shit.
and drink in there.
Oh shit. You're gonna go to the bar where they do that, huh? You know, because it's a fucking commodity.
Yeah.
God forbid you enjoy the fruits of your own labor. You work hard, you make money, and then you want to spend it on things that make you happy. How dare you? How dare you? Think about
it's all our fault.
Think about Levy when you want to. Wait, what did they say? Think about Levy, and he's gonna be happy. Wah. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, because I feel like eventually if we just keep doing what we're doing, all these narratives, they'll just, you know.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be like, oh well, he hasn't won a trophy. It's like, you know, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as far as I understand, We didn't play for a trophy today. We didn't play for a trophy last weekend, and upcoming at this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I don't think we're playing for a trophy at Crystal Palace away. So, you know, if that's what it's going to take, you know, it's like, I was talking to Paul on the phone the other day, and what it reminds me of is like these fat weirdos online that don't show their face, but then they comment on a picture of a girl and they're like, she's average. She's not even that hot. What's wrong with her nose? And it's like, okay, guy, look at you, buddy. But we don't have to go there. That's just what it reminds me of, because it's like those, you know, those incels that are like, oh, how dare she go sleep with that guy? And it's like, well, because he got out on the dance floor and busted a move and had fun and looked like he was fun to hang around, you know, instead of you sitting in the corner being like, me, we won. Why didn't you sleep with me? Wah. Anyway, I lost track of what the fuck I was trying to even talk about, but they can hold that because they're gonna do the whole, you know, they'll be crying, and I love it. I honestly enjoy it because it makes me feel so much more cemented in how I feel about my club, and if anything, it makes me want to be even worse. It makes you know, it's like someone telling the Joker, hey, the Joker, do less of that shit, and he's like, fuck it, I'm blowing up a hospital now, you know. That's kind of how I feel about it. Not necessarily like blowing up a hospital, but like metaphorically, I'm going to lean so heavily into Ainge now because y'all are pussies kind of mentality. Because I really feel like at no point have I ever wanted Ainge out, even if we had lost to United. When we won versus Brentford and then we lost to, or if we had lost to United, I still wouldn't have even wanted Ainge out because I still know what he's trying to do here. And like, I've never understood this like quick notion to go back to what we've been doing that's been so poor, which is chop and change, recycle, and hope for the best. And it's like, we're never going to get anything out of anybody's players, as fans, as a club. Like, we're just going to fucking stay right there. And while the transfer window this summer didn't necessarily, to me, be like, oh yeah, we're challenging for the Premier League, I think what we did in the offseason is at least going to help us in these competitions like Europa, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, these kinds of things. So I'm honestly getting pretty excited about that. And big up, I am Batman 69. Kuti. Very nice super chat there. And thank you so much for that, because we do love us some Kuti, don't we? Should I play a Kuti clip now?
Go on, you know you want to.
Which one? Pick a number, 1 through... Well, 1 or 2. There's only 2 I have left. No, I have 3. I have 3.
Go on, Jim.
2.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Cootie.
Yep, that's number 2.
I was looking forward to a picture of him.
Oh. I think I have a picture somewhere. Wait, this is just Mikey Moore in the preseason going face to face with Coman, who's, you know, like fucking seasoned vet. Fuck that seasoned vet. We got Kuti. There you go.
There he is.
There you go. There you go. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a bunch of remoras. They're all like, yeah, you're right, my lord. We're not allowed to be happy after a win. You're right. Now go to the other channels, my children, and spread the hate that I feel in my heart. Yeah, daddy. I'm on my way, daddy. Fucking weirdos. Fucking remoras. I promise. That's why I won't delete that photo, because honestly, I love it so much. And Stefan Blah says, can you please play the Wah Wah song? You know what? Just for you, buddy. This is a classic tune. But I also had that Waluigi going wah. That was a good one too. We got a lot of good ones, and I feel like the more that the season goes and the more wah wahs, the more we can just stockpile evidence, and then we can really bring it to court and wah wah. It'll be a good time. See if I have any more bookmarks. I actually haven't bookmarked much, but yay! There we go. Yay! The wah wah song. Wah wah, doo doo ba doo doo wah wah.
Oh dear, too funny.
Let's see. I don't see anything else, so you know what? I think that's a good spot to end it. But before we end, let's go ahead and let's do man of the match, BDE of the match. And Jim, I'll start with you. Who was your man of the match, and who had the BDE of the match? Big up Eugene for the super chat as well. Great entertainment as always. Thank you so much for the donation, my friend. And I hope you're not smiling. How dare you? How fucking dare you, Eugene? Enjoy this? How dare you? A succulent Chinese meal? You fraud. Yeah, there you go. Wah, wah. But Jim, who's your BDE? Who's your man of the match?
Man of the match. I'm gonna go with Moore.
Mikey Moore.
Yeah, Mikey Moore, because the second half performance I thought was sensational.
So who gets the BDE then?
Who had that big dick energy, Jimbo?
Yeah.
Timo.
No, I'm gonna go
Micro penis energy.
I'm gonna go Foster.
That's who I was thinking.
Hey, hey, good shout.
Foster because I don't like to bring this up, but my wife was giving Foster a hard time before the game, and I said to her, "You have to remember that this guy has been around a long time. He's got a lot of experience. So I wasn't disappointed he was out there. So experience counts for a lot, and he's got a lot of experience, and he was a fantastic keeper at one point. So he still can perform, and he showed that today. So I'm going to go Foster.
Good shout. I like that. Very good shout there. Because he kept us in the game. Look, 3 saves from inside the box, 1. The only moment that I was a little scared was when anytime he comes out of the box, because it reminds me of me outside of the box, and it's not good.
But he's a bit clumsy, isn't he?
He looks clunky. Like I said, I watch him, and I'm like, God, this must be what it was like for the people, at these watching me running around outside the box looking like a fucking madman. I still have this from Paul. It says, latest narrative from the Remora FC, which is again says, yeah, but Gray is shit. Why did we sign him? I said I wanted to talk about Archie Gray, and we didn't even fucking talk about Archie Gray. So Kate, before we do your awards, talk to me about what you saw from Archie Gray. I saw a little bit of not immaturity. That's a bad word. Not too much experience in moments, but overall I was satisfied. I give him a passing grade. If I had to give him a rating, which I don't like to do ratings, that's not something I've really done, like a number rating, because it seems a bit like arbitrary. But if it was school, whatever is a passing grade, I would give him, and not even the lowest, but like a little bit higher than a passing grade, like the minimum of a passing grade, because I thought he did some good things defensively. I thought positionally his football intelligence was there. Positionally, when he was out of position, he got back well. And I think he reads the game very well. There was a couple moments where I didn't think that he looked like, like a seasoned fucking player out there. But overall, I'm not upset. I didn't think he was shit. I thought he had a couple good dribbles too. What do you make of Archie Gray? And then Jim, I'll ask you also.
Look, I thought he did all right. He was composed in possession. He did get run ragged a little bit by that. Is it Poku or something? The guy's name.
Poku. Number 21 was fucking cooking us. Exactly. He was on the right at first, and Destiny shut him down 3-4 times, and then they switched him in the first half over to the left. I was like, I see. And then they started getting some joy. But sorry, yes, it is Poku or some shit like that.
Yeah, which I think obviously that comes from inexperience. So he was getting given a bit of a hard time by that guy. But all in all, I think he held his own. It's not his preferred position. Everyone's got to remember he likes to play in midfield. I thought he did all right. I would have given him probably a 7 out of 10. I don't think he did anything bad, nothing terrible. He held his own. Again, he's only young and he's coming up from the championship. I don't understand the hate he's getting. It seems like the hate that Brennan Johnson was getting is now being sent over to Archie Gray, and I don't understand it.
I'll tell you why. Because it's any stick will do. When you're a wah-wah, when you're a remora, whatever you can find. It's like, yeah, I lost some weight. Well, my skin is too loose. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought the object was it's fucking sad.
I just don't understand why our fans want to rip these young, well, any of our players to pieces when we've got 37 rivals in the league that will do it for us, you know. And I just think Brennan Johnson's got torn to pieces. He's come back, and now the heat's off him. They're moving on to this kid, and I don't think he's really done anything wrong. He's just gradually learning his game in the Spurs team, and that's all we can ask. So, yeah, I thought he did all right.
Yeah, I agree. Jordan says my man of the match was Radu. I thought Ben Davies had a better game than Radu personally.
I don't think Radu was too bad. I thought he did quite well. He did some good recovery tackles, and he backed Gray up quite a lot. So I thought he did all right, Jacob.
Well, what did you make of Archie Gray and the criticism he's receiving?
The thing is what Kate's just saying about fans beating these players with a stick. You've got to remember that we're only 8 games into a season, and you've got to give these guys a chance to bed in, get to grips with the system. It's all new for him, you know, and he's a young guy, and we just have to give him a bit of time, you know. And look how we give Johnson a bit of time, and stuck with him, had faith in him. He's seeing something in training that we don't see. I mean, I do watch a lot of the training, but he's a professional, and he sees something that we don't see, and he kept with him, and he's going to do the same with Gray, and I'm sure Gray's going to turn out all right. And I thought he had a decent game today. A couple of times he got run around by that guy Paku or Boku, whatever his name is. But overall, I think he did well. So I'm saying McKay, I give him a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a young guy, Jacob. Let's give him time. You know, let him get some games under his belt, and then take it from there before we criticise, you know, or give praise.
My can I give my man of the match now?
Absolutely.
I'm going to give it. I was going to do exactly the same 2 that Jim picked, but I refused to go the same way, so I'm going to go completely different. And I'm going to say man of the match, Lucas Bergvall. I thought he was excellent tonight. He was the one who created the chance for Werner. Just all over the pitch, running, working hard, always good on the ball and off the ball. I just think this guy is something a little bit special. So
he does some good runs as well, Kate, off the ball.
Really good runs. He was everywhere, literally. So he's getting my man of the match. And my BDE, a special mention to Fraser Forster and to Benton Kerr, actually, but my BDE is going to James Maddison, because I've been giving him a lot of criticism, and I think having that spell on the bench at the weekend, give him a kick up the arse, and the fact that he actually sort of made the decision to let Richie take the penalty is a leadership quality that we've been crying out for at Spurs from our captains and vice captains. So he gets the BDE for me.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice choice there. Someone sent me some quotes. And I wanted to read them off real quick before we get out of here. And one of the quotes was, second in a group of 30 donkey teams. What an accomplishment, foolish fans. So we're second in a competition with 30 donkey teams. That's one of the quotes. What was the other quote here? People keep saying B team, but that's not a B team. That's our starters. I didn't think that was true either.
Made 9 changes. How the frig could that be our starters?
Yeah,
we're definitely going to lose a gala away. No way we get anything out of that.
Wow, these are amazing fans. We're so lucky to have them in our fan base.
We're so
it's not
lucky.
Just our fan base, Kate, and most fan bases are the same, believe me.
Well, I don't care about other fan bases.
We should have a much more reliable set of B teamers for the amount of money we invested. Ainge made 9 changes. He's way too radical.
Well, we played 3 European games with the B team, and we won all 3.
I thought we weren't allowed to say B team anymore. Anyway,
and a cup game.
Well, one of the people correcting him did say this isn't a B team. These are all starters, and then named a bunch of people who don't actually start. So it's like, okay, some of them are starters. Bentancur's not been a starter. Basuma took his job. Bergvall's not been a starter, and Madison was on the fringe because it looked like Sarr wanted to take his job.
Davis, Dragusin, Gray, Forster, none of them start.
Destiny is the only one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Madison. I guess I'll take Madison as well. Destiny and Madison.
Yeah, man,
There's
you gotta
two
put
people
Madison
in our
there.
starting 11, but apparently we're not allowed to call it a B team. But I don't even think it's a B team. This is our European squad. And it's good that we have depth like that, because even when Basuma and Sarr weren't starting in the Premier League, they were still very good in Europe. And I was like, well, if this is our fucking Europe midfield, we look pretty good, right? Well, apparently not. Apparently not. Ainge won't play them anymore. He doesn't trust them. I don't know what that quote was referencing. We haven't been hit with injuries yet. Just wait till we start getting hurt. Why are they waiting? Like, what is that? That's like,
no, I always say that, Jacob.
I'm driving on the road. I can't wait for someone to fucking hit me. What? Yeah, just wait till someone hits me. Then I'll really fucking tell my wife I shouldn't have gone to get the bagels. Like, what are we talking about?
I always say that when people put that about the injuries. You know what?
What a stupid statement.
I know, it does my head in.
Oh my good God, honestly. You didn't give a
So
short.
so everyone, when are we all agreeing that Madison's body's about to break down? This is crazy. Anyway, my man of the match is Ange Postecoglou. My BDE of the match is Ange Postecoglou. My any award you want to give to anybody, give it to Ange Postecoglou. You know?
Naive.
Because all he's done is told everybody to shut the fuck up. And shout out my gaffer. Shout out my manager. You know what? Because basically, when I see the name Ainge, when I see the name Postecoglou, there's really only one vibe.
Whoa, spin, 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 spin. Let me see when you walk. 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 Let me see when.
So he's getting all the awards from me, but if I had to give honorable mentions, Fraser Forster absolutely getting one of those honorable mentions, and Mikey Moore's getting the other one for me. They were the two that left me the most. I think that was a good shot though, giving Bentancur, because I thought he had a bad like first 10 or 15 minutes, and then the next 80 was fantastic. And he stopped a goal at one point, or not a goal, but a good chance, a good shot chance in the box. And he tracked back really well to win that ball in the box. So that's a good honorable mention. Richarlison getting his goal. Outside of that, I didn't think he was very impactful. It's crazy. Dom came on and immediately started linking up play. Like it was kind of, you know, like, wow, the levels here is, you know, they're pretty stark. So, you know,
Yeah, but you
shout
gotta
him
give
out
you-
for getting his goal though.
Yeah, but you got to say that Richie it's his first game back for a while, Jacob.
Yeah.
Let's not
done
beat
well.
him with a stick.
I think he's done well, to be fair, when he come on.
Yeah,
And I'm not
he
his
needs a
biggest
few
fan.
more games under his belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at least in the final area, he's doing what more or less we need him to do, which is be a target man. And it gave an object for Mikey Moore to cross into. He was just short a couple of times, Timo Werner, etc. Like he gave an option. But you know, Dominic Solanke for me, I remember I go back to the summer when I was wrong, and I was like, I don't know if he's better than Richarlison, and I definitely can say I was wrong, and
Yeah.
I think that he is better than Richarlison. I think that we look better as well when Dominic came on from a striker linking standpoint, but
It feels
know
good
what?
to say you was wrong as well.
yeah,
It feels
yeah,
good.
because I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong
Yeah.
all the fucking time. I've been married for 6 years.
Jim's been married
You know?
3 times, so you know that he's wrong a lot.
So he's been wrong as you know. But
And
again,
I
I
think he used a
always want to
condom a
shout
few
out the main
times.
man. That's a go. I don't know if she heard you there, but I do want to say
I
again, if
did.
you forgot who my man of the match or my BDE of the match is,
What did you say, Jimbo?
I said, and I didn't wear a condom a few times.
Uh-oh.
It's cost me a few quid.
am I lagging? Am I?
You got to take over, Kate. Jacob's gone.
Oh, Jacob's gone. Oh my God, we could have so much fun with this channel. Quick, what should we do? I wish I
I'm lagging, I think.
Oh.
Can
Yeah, you are.
Ange Postecoglou.
Cristian Romero.
Cristiano Romero.
Uh-oh. Maybe my kid attacked the Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on here.
You're better now.
Hang on, I'm just gonna refresh. Let's see.
But yeah, we could have had loads of fun. I could look if I had longer hours.
Oh my God! What the fuck is going on?
Hey y'all, it's Jacob here, y'all. Welcome to the United Spurs of America, y'all. I don't know who internet's gone. I see on this sofa score they gave Destiny Udogie man the match.
Yeah, he played well.
He did, but I still think that's quite a random choice.
He was the first few games of the season. He seemed to be a bit behind the pace for me, but he's had a few games under his belt now, and he's starting to pick up again. Oh, yeah, we've lost Jacob.
That's all right. I'll be back in a minute. We can just chat with the viewers. Archibald said, totally with Solanke. You can see he's so much better for us than Tony. The big name, the fan base was 98% wrong. Well, Jimbo, you never wanted Tony. You wanted Solanke the whole time.
Yeah. I said Solanke, didn't I? He would fit in well with us. You could just tell the way he plays. You know, the way he's big, strong, holds the ball up well, brings other players into play. I knew he'd do well with us. I was so happy when we bought him. You know, and the price tag means nothing to me. If he brings something to us and he plays well for us, then to me he's worth the money.
Yeah. Can you say Cowboys suck? Hey y'all, the Cowboys suck, y'all. With big Ainge. I can't do the Ainge from Jacob's accent, I'm afraid. But look, he will be back, I'm sure, because he's got to end the show. Otherwise, we'll be here all night, which could be quite fun. No injuries, you know. Solanke missed a month after the first match day. Yeah, he did. You need to play the Wah Wah song in the background when you read this. Think Dragusin looks shaky at times. His passing is off, in my opinion. Overall, not too bad, though, this evening. Yeah, to be fair, I actually thought Dragusin was a little bit shaky tonight, Jimbo.
Well, I thought he did well, Kate. Look, it's another one you got to remember. He's not had a lot of game time. So it's going to take them. They're going to get on the pitch, and it's going to take them a little while to feel their feet. So as the game went on, I thought he got better. I thought he'd done some good recovery tackles, and he backed Gray up well. So yeah, I thought he did all right.
Can you say Texarkana hype? What's that? Hey y'all, Texarkana hype. Yeah, I know. I just realised you'd made me say Cowboys suck, and it's the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, Steve D's here. He says, you two are bonkers. Jim, you look cream crackered. Yeah, poor Jimbo was up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I was up early, so I am tired, but I didn't want to let Jacob down.
That means he's going to snore like a pig tonight. So if we are up here all night, that's quite all right, because I probably won't get much sleep anyway. We don't have a proper ruthless goal scorer, like, apart from sorry. I've got Jacob on the phone. Hold on 1 second. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay.
Did it work?
Here he is.
Okay, my shit's lagging, so let's go ahead. Let's end the stream. Let's. I'm gonna. Thank you so much, my man of the match. I tried to play a damn clip, and my whole shit went wonky.
When?
I might be lagging now. I don't know.
No, you're not.
Let's see. Does this work?
Ange Postecoglou.
Cristian
Romero. All right. Well, I should end the stream before it fucking cuts out again. Something's going on. My Wi-Fi is acting crazy, and I'm gonna blame it on all the laughter smiles that I've seen tonight out of the two of you. Uh-oh. It's fucked up again, isn't it? Y'all were lagging. I don't know what's going on. But hey, like the video. Big up everybody. Ange in. I love me Ange. I love me some Ange long time. Ange is the papa. He's the padre. And if you don't like him, you can suck a fat one. Come on, you Spurs.
United Spurs of America with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.